Hello and welcome to Sweet Shot Games Dota 2 Pub Stomping with Naga Siren Guide. Naga Siren is one of my favorite heroes and can be a great carry. However, for this video I'm going to show you how to play her as a support. Let's start with her skill build. I like to max out W first, E second, and then putting points into Q once I've got those two already maxed out. And then of course putting a point into your ultimate whenever it's available. Now you can put your first skill point into either the Riptide or the Ensnare. It'll depend on your lane and whether or not you have some opponents you think you can get some kills on. The Ensnare would be nice to chain up with some other stuns perhaps and help you to lock them down. And the Riptide would be great if you just think you need the extra damage. Now I just want to mention real quick that I ended up getting some really good helpful teammates in this game. So they ended up getting a lot of the good support items for me that I didn't have to necessarily get myself. So normally I would recommend purchasing wards and careers and upgrading the career of course and all sorts of support items. But for the purpose of this game where I got a lot of help in that department from other heroes like the Chen, I was able to focus on being a little more tanky for my team. So I do recommend getting a lot of consumables, tangos, salves, and clarity pots, but then I also highly recommend getting a stout shield. Now you don't have to start with this item, you can purchase it from the side shop once you get enough money, but this will make you very tanky since you already have a very high base armor. Now I could rehash all the standard support things that you're supposed to do as a hard support, but for the purpose of this video I would like to show you a few other things that you can do as a support, especially when you're getting that extra help from your teammates. So here we see that the Alchemist is getting complete free farm in his lane, so I felt completely comfortable leaving that lane to go help out the other lanes. And so I picked up a TP scroll and headed to the top lane where my team was engaging in a fight. Now I was able to get off a few good spells to help them pick up the kill on the Ogre Magi. As a support, think of yourself as the strategist or even a captain on your team. Now this doesn't mean you should be bossing around your teammates or anything like that, but you should be keeping yourself aware of the map at all times and of any opportunities that you can have to help out your team, whether it's just through voice communications or text communications, or if it's TPing around the map or setting up ganks or whatever it might be. As a support, you have that time available to yourself to look around the map and see where you're needed. It might seem as though I'm wasting some time roaming around the map, but I am the hard support, so I don't need the farm and the XP as much as my other teammates, and since my carry was getting free farm in the bottom lane, I didn't feel I needed to be there to take away some of his XP. As a support, try to set up kills for your hard carry if possible. Here we were able to dive this Nature's Prophet, and with the use of our stuns and with a little bit of blocking on the Nature's Prophet, he was able to pick up the last hit and get the extra gold for it. Last hits are also very important as a support player. Now you never want to steal any of these last hits from anybody else who might be in the same lane as you. However, if you find some free time and your teammates don't need your help anywhere else on the map, then go ahead and farm up some creeps to get yourself some extra gold. One of my favorite things about Naga Siren is her ultimate. Now there's a lot of really cool things that you can do with it, and this is one of them. I noticed that two opponents were trying to take the middle tower, and I thought I might be able to save it. So I activated the Fortify, and then I walked within range of them and activated my ultimate. And that held off long enough for me to walk up to the tower and deny it. However, one of the best uses for her ultimate is to counter-initiate. When you see a team fight about to happen or a teammate who's in trouble, you can easily activate your ultimate if you're in range to save them from the gank or from the initiation. And then that should allow your teammates to get into position to set up for your own team fight. Another good idea might be to ask your teammates when they prefer you to use your ultimate, because sometimes it might be better to initiate with it or to save it in order to get away from a bad team fight. Most of the time you're going to want to use your ultimate to initiate or counter initiate, and depending on your lineup, if you have a really good team fighting lineup with some big abilities, this will give you a good opportunity to set those abilities up. So after getting all of these standard supporting items for your team, or if they happen to be getting them for you, like they were in this game for me, then your next best option would be to either tank up or get some good positioning items like the Force Staff or a Blink Dagger. That ended up being extremely beneficial for me and my team in this game. Since I hardly ever died in this game, it didn't give the opponents much opportunity to make a comeback. So give Naga Siren a try. She can be extremely useful as a support, and soon I think I'll probably make a video of her as a carry as well. Now, go stomp some pubs with Naga Siren and let them know how you got so pro.